Rich Pellegrino, Rich the Equalizer, Pellegrino, Global Woke Institute, at Global Woke Institute, YouTube channel, website www.howwokeami.org, excuse me, and social media pages, Global Woke Institute, where you can see more of these videos and fuller hour-long podcasts and so forth. I promised you this installment would be how to bring peace in the Middle East and how to bring peace generally to form an effective peace movement. Okay, um, one claim to fame I have is I'm old enough to have been active in the 70s in that peace movement. I was born into that as an adolescent. And we worked together. I was a hippie, um, among other things, but hippies were generally white. Um, and that was kind of an aspect of white privilege at the time. But nevertheless, the hippies were one organization. We had Black Power, Black Panthers, Nation of Islam. We had the environmentalists. We had anarchists. We had the United Farm Workers, Cesar Chavez. We had all of these groups. All of them were pursuing their own agendas, of course, civil rights and other rights, environmental rights, and so forth. But all of these groups united to end, to work for peace and end the unjust uh, and genocidal Vietnam War. So we put aside any differences. There were different ways, different methods, different approaches, different issues. We found common ground in peace, in the united peace movement, and worked together. Martin Luther King and the nonviolent movement worked together with Stokely Carmichael and others, the Black Panthers and so forth. Um, and eventually we won. We did bring an end to the war. We brought civil rights legislation, the first of its kind, and so forth. And one key thing not many people may know, and I learned only in the last maybe 10 years, even though I learned about Dr. King in school, um, is that uh, he met with President Johnson on more than one occasion. And the president told him this, that if you want civil rights, voting rights legislation, you have to force me to do it or make it look like you're forcing me to do it. The president's not king. They need the Congress to enact legislation. And especially Johnson being a Southern Texan, even though he was a Democrat, there was a whole school of Democrats that were very racist from the South. Um, and he said, "You have to force me to do it." And Dr. King did. He went and marched in Selma and Birmingham, so forth. And the same thing today is that we have to unite now. Today, all of our disparate groups, socialists, yes, liberal Democrats, um, you name it, all anarchists, Black Lives Matter, all of the different groups have to unite the LGBT community and form a united peace movement. That's the only way it's going to work. Okay, put aside any differences. Stop calling each other names, neoliberal, neo this, and stop demonizing Democrats, liberal Democrats. We need allies. We need everybody who would be an ally for peace working together. I'm going to be working on forming a coalition of all of those groups, at least here in Atlanta. Um, so stop demonizing one another. Stop demonizing anyone that's supporting Harris, Kamala Harris, for president. Uh, we need her. We got to meet with her. We have to help her make the right decisions. We have a much better chance with her than with Chump, who will put us in jail, lock us up, and throw away the key anytime we try to protest. So uh, we need to work together. We need to, if necessary, force President Harris, when she's elected, to do the right thing. And when I say force, it's nonviolent protest and disruption. Uh, but anyway, that is all a workable solution to bring, if we really want to end the genocide in Gaza, end the war in Ukraine, and all these endless the war on terror. That's the only way we can do it. Work together, unite together, and there'll be more. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to our website. We'll be setting up meetings to work together and get this peace movement united once again. Thanks. Have a great one.